This is hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back after a long time. So I'm so busy in the festive season, so I'm not taking the time to upload the video. So finally I'm here. So listen to the story carefully. The young prince was as restless as the wind. Nobody could control him. He ran and romped about and giggled or laughed always. Once, running along a lonely road with his catapult, he saw an old woman passing by with a pitcher on her head. The prince shot a stone on the pitcher and the water poured down. "You naughty chap, you can't live in peace even if you go to the kingdom of the Immortals," commented the woman. "The kingdom of Immortals?" Tested the prince's imagination. He took some money and change of clothes and a sword and set out for the kingdom of the immortals. He entered the forest and he knocked on a hermit hut. "Do you know the way to the kingdom of the immortals?" he asked. The hermit opened the door. "I don't know, but that doesn't matter. Take this roll of golden thread, go on rolling it. It will extend up to the kingdom which is your destiny," said the hermit, handing out the roll to him. "And be kind to every beast and bird you meet on your way if you wish to be safe." The prince thanked him and threw the golden roll. He ran behind it as it began to unfold. A lion roared at him. He greeted it with a smile. The lion smiled back and took its eyes off him. It happened with many other beasts. The roll stopped near a rock. The prince was already tired. He sat down. "Will you please remove your hand? I may get crushed," a puny voice told him at his right side. The prince at once removed his hand and saw a tiny sprout coming out of the broken shell. "Thank you, young man. I was struggling to come out for the last bit, but was unable to break up the hard shell. As you press your hand, the shell broke. I will go into victory and maybe give you a shade." "Ah ha ha," laughed the prince. "It will be a long time before you grow up sufficiently to give shade to anyone. I may not live till then, but I must be off now," he said. But he did not begin unrolling the golden thread ball before making the earth soft for the sprout and sprinkling a drop of dew and water on it. He had walked away for another day when he saw a huge eagle flapping its wings to rise from a hill rock, but unable to do so as it was mounted. Don't come near me, don't harm me," shrieked the eagle. "I have no intention of harming you," said the prince. He went near the eagle and sighted the wound and poured it on the sap of the medical plant. "You will get well soon," he said. "Thanks, and if you ever remember me, I will be with you," said the eagle. The prince went on and on. Soon he was near the sea. The tide had just receded. A large golden fish lay stuck in the pool of the mud. As the prince stopped to look at the fish, it said, "Don't harm me, I am the king of the fish world. I would rather have you to go back into the water." The prince pulled the fish out of the mud, and next moment a huge wave broke onto it and carried it away. The fish raised its head on the crash of the wave and said, "I will not forget your kindness. Remember me, I will be with you." The prince rolled the thread ball once again. Once more it entered the forest. Soon the prince saw a butterfly caught in a spider's web. "Will you please release me from this? I will serve you in the future," it said to the prince. The prince released it with the web with the tip of the sword, and the butterfly fluttered by. Another throw of the thread ball, it rolled and rolled it till it came to the end. And reached the gate of the charming castle. Behind the castle, the sea roared and splashed against its wall. The prince banged on the gate. "What do you want?" asked the big man. "I am looking for the kingdom of immortals," answered the eager prince. "That is the kingdom and the king, but how can you come in unless you agree to marry my daughter?" asked the king. "To be honest, I don't mind marrying her if she is reasonably good looking," said the prince. The king called out of her daughter. She was on the roof. She was very beautiful. "Now, young man, you cannot marry her unless you pass test," said the king. "I can try." "What is the test?" "You must hide. If you are found, you shall die. I will give you 10 minutes. The king and the princess withdrew, and the prince stood thoughtful for a moment. Suddenly he remembered the eagle out of the clouds. It came and descended from him. The prince told it his problem. "Sit on my back," said the eagle. It then flew and shot up in the clouds. It threw the prince into the dense dark cloud and said, "Wait here till I take you back." 10 minutes later, the king called out his daughter and said, "Find out and behead the prince." The princess looked into the meadow, did not see the prince. She looked into the sea, did not see him. But as soon as she looked up, she saw him. "Come down, you are found out," shouted the king. The sad eagle brought the prince down. "Father, one failure doesn't suffice for his death," said the princess. "All right, we will try him again," said the king, and he allowed another chance to the prince to hide. The prince remembered the kingfish. It emerged from the waters and took the prince away into the sea. The princess could not see through the water just as she could see through the clouds. "Father, two failures do not earn him death," said the princess. "Very well, I will give him one more chance," said the king. The prince remembered the butterfly. It came at once and whispered in his ear to come. The princess could not see to come away into the garden. As soon as the prince did that, the butterfly circled round his head and twice, and the prince turned into a butterfly himself. When the princess came out, now butterfly sat down on the flowers, adorning her look. She did not notice it. However keenly she looked here and there, she could not find him. "Father, I failed to locate him," she said aloud. Next moment the butterfly left her lock and turned into the prince. He was and sprang up before him. The princess burst and the king sprang. Princess was married to the prince, and the prince was ushered into the castle. The prince lived so happily it will take a volume to describe his happiness. Days passed. Once in a while the king repeated a single advice: "Never go out of the gate through which you had entered our castle." One day the prince, while roaming in the garden, shot his arrow on the strange bird. The bird disappeared from the sight. In the eagerness to see what happened to it, he dashed out the gate through which he had entered. His eyes fell on the golden thread that had led him there. At once the memory of his parents and palace and his native town overwhelmed him. Without looking back, he ran along it. When he tried, he slowly down and walked. It took him days to reach the other end of the thread. But where was his palace? Where were the king folk? Nothing seemed familiar to him. He saw a huge heap of stones covered by bushes and grass when he hopped to see his palace. "I came by a wrong way," and he thought, and he decided to return to the kingdom after the Immortals. But after 2 days of the walking, he felt tired. He sat down under the huge tree. "Hello, how happy I am to give you shade," said the tree. The prince looked at it astonished. "Don't you remember me?" asked the tree. "Once you helped me to come out of the little shed. That was 200 years ago." The prince now understood the mystery of his inability to locate his place. 200 years had passed like 2 years when he lived in the kingdom of Immortals. He got up and began to walk. "So I have got you at last," shouted a dark but distinct figure. "I am Death. You are to die alone, but you were beyond my reach," said the dark being, and he extended his fearful hand to catch the prince. The prince ran. Then the beginning of the death gave him a hot chase, and that the prince was able to reach the castle of the kingdom of Immortals. As he banged on the door, the king opened it. The beginning of the death had just reached him. The king took him off the arms of the prince, and the being of the death took hold of his legs. The princess came out, and by the help of magic turned her husband into a gold apple. Before the being of the death could interfere, hurled the apple into the sky. The king turned his daughter and into another apple and hurled into the sky too, telling her, "Find out your husband and return with him." Since then the prince is seen in the sky as the evening star, and the princess was the morning star. They are yet to come one together. In course of the time the king became a mountain. He keeps on observing the morning star and the evening star. So that is the story. When he goes to the castle of the Immortals, the prince and princess met in the stars, bringing with evening star and morning star, that you know the morning star and evening star never match and never interferes with it. So that is the story. If you like with this video and also want to share it, so share with your friends. Thank you for watching and also subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.